Live from the MC.
The longest applause. You all right?
Let me catch my breath.
You need a halls over
Hold
there?
on, let me catch my breath
That was
real
some
quick.
vigorous button pressing
Hold
over
on,
there.
yeah. I've been very vigorously punching these buttons as of lately,
I can tell.
given that the East work out here. But let me try this once again.
Live from the MC.
What's up, people? It's me, the unknown artist. In Spanish, el artista desconocido. You know, I'm from Nextuppodcast. You know, one of the neighbors of the Dyckman podcast.
That's right.
You know, I thank you. Appreciate you letting me come to your podcast. You know, it's been in the making. You know, we're in the same vicinity.
Right. Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. The unknown artist from Next Up Podcast. Let me put some fucking energy into that, man. Fucking stop playing with me, man. So, bro, thank you for coming once again. Like you just said, man, it's been a long time in the making. Like, we been supposed to do this interview, like just this link overall, because like you said, we're in the same vicinity. I feel like we're in the same field as well.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate what you're doing too, man. You know, because you innovating for all the young kids coming up and letting them know, you know, there's something different. You know, you could actually go the other wave. You could actually do extra things, you know, and at the same time, I like the fact that your podcast, it doesn't have it's not one thing. It's whatever.
It's
It's
a plethora.
You know, is sometimes new things like that, they work out. Remember Seinfeld? What was Seinfeld about? Nothing.
No.
Every day,
A group of people in New York.
You understand what I'm saying? So you know, I like that. It's innovative. I like every episode I see something different. I see new conversation, so I like that, you know.
That's what's up, bro. Thank you. We're glad you're enjoying it, man.
Yeah,
and that
man.
means a lot coming from someone with your experience too.
Yeah, man. That's what I like. You know, you see how. If you see a lot of my shows, you hear me. I'm not practicing before I turn the cameras on. It's just live. Let's just do it.
It's just
That's
live.
what makes it better.
You know, it's me.
Live from the MC.
Exactly. It doesn't feel scripted. It's just raw.
Exactly, and a lot of people appreciate shit like that. You know.
Yeah, I think it's more relatable, you know, when shit feels like people are reading off a script. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. I watch a fucking movie for all that.
Exactly.
You feel me?
You know, and if you're gonna ask me questions, ask me real questions, real life questions. Don't ask me these funny ass you know what the standard's supposed to be in questions. You understand? Ask me some real life shit that people want to hear. You know?
All right. So speaking about questions, the unknown artist, let's start right there. How did your name come about?
The way my name came about was because I decided to wear this mask. And I decided to wear this mask for the simple reason that when I bring artists up to my show, I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be more about the artist and the artist's talent and how he comes off to the audience, you know? Like, you know, I have people that surround me that they're artists, and I see the procedures, the struggles, the ups and downs, because everybody thought that Jay-Z just made it. Oh,
Right.
shit, Jay-Z made it.
They don't see the work. They see the glory.
They don't see that when you got to see Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z was like 30. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I try to shine the light more on my guests than on myself. So you might see me in the street and you don't know I'm the unknown artist.
Right. That's fire. Yeah.
And it's because I want people to concentrate on the talent, you know? And hopefully somebody will see that person freestyling, or they might like the charisma or whatever, and they might take them to the next level that I couldn't take them to.
Right.
You know,
Right. A little exposure.
so you know, and then I don't rap. I don't sing. You know, I'm just the unknown artist. You understand?
The unknown artist from Next Up Podcast.
Exactly.
Right.
And I'd rather just stay unknown.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, I can respect that.
Have you always had like a passion for like music though? You know, because that's pretty selfless for you to want to, you know, it's not many people that are like, you know, let's let them shine and, you know, I'll take a back seat, because naturally most people want to be in the forefront, you know? So I that's why like, where does that love of music that you want to further it come from for you?
Okay, so since, you know, since about 10 years back, you know, I've had people around me in the music game.
Yeah.
So, and I've always been curious about this YouTube thing, you know, the whole podcast and making a platform, and I've always wondered, like, why can't we do it like the Dominicans?
Right.
You understand? The Dominicans, the Latinos, the people in Dyckman. Why can't we do it? And, you know, so that's how, you know, I've had people around me within the music industry, so that's how it came about.
Okay.
The thought was there, the process was there, and the thought, you know, and sometimes it takes a lot of organizing, because I kind of went in full head, like
dove into that
blinded,
shit.
you know?
Yeah.
And if you check out our first episode on Next Up Podcast, you see that the whole thing looks so bogus. The kid is nice.
Right.
The kid is nice.
Right.
Flo Lion. The kid was nice. It was in Next Up Latino. The kid was nice, but the thing looks yellow. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's nothing.
The lighting's not right.
The
was horrible.
production.
It was horrible. Oh, you couldn't hear me?
Oh my God, también.
You couldn't hear me, but you could hear him. So I was like, fuck
it.
At least you can hear him.
Yeah.
You understand? So, you know, and then you go 10 episodes in and you see the difference.
See the progress.
You see it now, it's 4K. You see the crop zoom, the eye candy. Now it looks brighter. The logo in the background looks shinier. Better cameras, you know.
Yeah.
And as time went along, you know, the intros, everything, you know, it's a process.
Yeah. It's like watching the first episode of Family Guy and watching it now. That should look totally different.
It's crazy.
You feel me? So I can imagine from your own point of view, it's crazy to see your own growth. Because I could tell you from our own point of view, like sometimes
We could relate.
we're kind of like, what the fuck? You know, like, and it's dope. It's nice to see the response from other people. You know, not that that's the only thing we do it for, but it's dope to have the place you're from support you.
Yes, of course. I like that. I like, you know, I like that because I seen the process of your show, and, you know, at first, you know, it was a lot of laughter.
Yeah.
You know, at one point I saw three of y'all just laughing. And I'm like, I just started laughing like, fuck it, this shit is funny. But, you know, it's because it's organic. You gotta understand. But, you know, as time went on, the topics got better. The chemistry between y'all got tighter. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, I seen when the girl and the morenito guy comes in. You know, you understand what I'm saying? That y'all got this chemistry going, but it took a couple of episodes to go in.
Yeah, absolutely. It took a couple episodes just to learn not to talk over each other.
Yeah.
Or all at the same time.
Yeah.
So it was a process, and that was even after we did like the audio, because we started just audio.
Yeah, like our first 3 episodes on YouTube, they don't even have the audio synced in.
Yeah.
Because behind the music exclusive, you know? But yeah, we were never supposed to be visuals.
Right.
That's like a true story. We were never supposed to have visuals.
Oh, so you were just gonna do a
We were supposed to be a
streaming
strictly,
podcast.
strictly.
Yep. And then one day we was like, let's record it. See, it was funny. And when we saw it, we were like,
I mean, why not?
yeah.
No, exactly. So
Exactly.
It's practically the same process, you know, except for that. You know, you got the cameras and stuff, but
Yeah.
you know, and you could still do the streaming regardless. That's an extra platform, so you know it's innovative. I like the fact that. Okay, can I ask you guys a question?
yeah,
you
sure.
guys
He's gonna flip it on
Absolutely.
us. Okay.
You guys asking me one. How the hell you get that fucking footage from Dyckman?
That was right there. That was in the corner.
How you get that foot? That was crazy. Like
footage?
That shit was sent to me. It was right here in the corner. You talking about the M80s, right?
The M80s and the things over here in Dyckman with the shootouts and all this stuff. How you get the do you have like people send you in the stuff like because that's innovative, man, because I see something going there, you know, and you guys like you flipped it from one thing to the next, to parties, to people doing videos, to let's have a talk about sex. Let's, you know, how you guys come up with this stuff, bro?
That's a good question, Stacks.
That is.
You want to take over this one?
So honestly, it kind of it goes from day to day. It goes from day to day. There are some days that we walk in and I've already seen a few things as the week goes along, and I'm like, damn, we should talk about that shit on the pod. Or I see a funny meme or some shit. And typically, even if we just sit down with no plan, we'll find something to talk about. You know, and it kind of just, sometimes it gets away from us. But like you said, as we've grown and progressed, we've learned to kind of reel it in when we need to and zero in on the topics. Because before, like you said, we was all over the place. But now, so a funny thing that we did last week that I thought was pretty cool was we went live before we started recording the pod. And we were talking to the people on the live, and the audience was giving us topics. So we were like, yo, give us some topics what y'all want us to talk about. And they gave us a few good topics, and we were able to do a whole pod off that shit.
Man, that's see, I'm learning, I'm taking notes.
No, let's bring it back to you one time, though. So you broke down the name, right? So my next thing is the Next Up Podcast. I understand the concept, right? The Next Up, because you have a lot of up and coming artists. You trying to give them exposure, right? Like this is what you're doing on the podcast.
Yes, we're trying to do, you know, the whole exposure thing. Like I basically take the talent from Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. I look them up and I see, you know, I don't care how many followers you got. You know, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for talent, you know. And you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. There's been some people that's gotten up there that the show never came out, bro.
Yeah.
Because
Trust me, we understand.
Because the what happens is you know, you think they have this talent, then what happens is once you put them in front of the mic, it's a whole different. And you know, I respect. Don't get me. This might throw a hole. I respect the new type of rapping. You know the melodic thing. But when it comes to freestyles, bro,
You can't just sing your way
you're
through a
not gonna
freestyle.
sing your way through a freestyle.
No, that's
and
not
then what
gonna
happens is you end up looking real stupid.
Hold up.
Yo, I mean seriously, bro.
Yeah.
Like the auto-tune's not there. And people came to hear bars and you're over here singing. And then what happens is you thinking it's gonna come out one way in your head.
Right.
Because you're used to being in the studio and the audio tune.
It's cleaned
And
up.
you know, behind the music right now.
and
We're doing some real behind the music thing.
And your producer's adding syllable by syllable.
Exactly. And it's sounding real good in the studio, but when you hear freestyle, and you come and you start singing,
And people are like, oh.
and you sound like way off the beat,
Damn.
or like you anemic.
Damn, that's
You understand?
tough.
And it's been a lot of people. Yo, no, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a lot of people, bro.
Yeah?
It's been a lot.
Damn.
I actually had a dude behind the music, man.
Yeah.
DJ exclusive.
I actually had a
Live
dude.
from the
Let me
MC.
put your name out there.
Okay.
No,
You know
yeah,
who you
we
are.
don't need no. We don't need
He
no
went out
names.
there, he tells me, yo. I tell him, what beat you want? He tells me, yo, put that Mob D shit.
Oh,
Yo,
Oh,
shit,
nah,
this
you
dude's
better,
like-
you better come with
I
some.
was like, which one? He was like, yo, Quiet Storm. I was
What?
like, what? Yo, hold up.
What?
This guy, yo, bro, when this guy started,
You can't just ask for that.
he just started mumbling some shit. And I was like, I took the mask off, bro. And I was like, nah, we're not doing this, bro.
yo.
I'm dead ass.
Damn.
I got Flaco 420 in the background cracking up.
Of course,
He's
bro.
like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm like, yo, my dude, I'm sorry. I no disrespect to you, but I gave you 2 weeks to write something to this shit. And you come over here singing some melodic
You
shit.
mumbling.
And then you're going to diss my boys Quiet Storm, bro?
You're gonna sing to some Quiet Storm. I can't
No, that's
fathom
unacceptable.
that. You like,
Unacceptable.
you know,
That is unacceptable.
you're gonna come out with the singing bars to some Quiet Storm.
Yo, wow.
So it be, you know, it's horrible. Sometimes it's horrible. Sometimes you get people like, I had this guy, he just got signed the other day with Rock Nation. His name is Breeze. He comes in, he looks like the fucking total rapper. Like he's just this rapper.
The
Boom.
image.
The image is
Damn.
down
He
pat.
comes in, boom, boom. He has this fucking, he has this chain. It's the Bentley sign.
Mierda.
The whole Bentley sign. The actual size of the
Yeah.
Bentley sign.
Oh, real life
And,
size.
you know, it fits him
Wow.
because his name is Breeze.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, this nigga, you know, he comes with his girlfriend. She's bad. Everything,
Oh,
the whole
yeah,
situation.
yeah,
I'm
like, yo, he's
entourage
about to kill it
too.
right
I'm
now.
like, this is a rapper.
Yeah.
And boy, he gets on the mic, bro. And then he ripped it, bro.
Yeah?
Like I was like, and then he's like, no, don't turn it off. Hold on, I got
Oh.
more.
Hold up.
Oh.
He goes in. And you know, when I finish episodes like that, I'll be proud, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'll be proud because I'm like, you see, hip hop is still here.
It reminds you why you're doing what you're doing.
Hip hop is still here. I like bars. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? He said, I put blocks on your block, Game Boy Tetris.
Ooh.
Mr. Breeze, I define freshness. He just went in. I was like, yo, this guy could rap. And look, Rock Nation.
Oh, no wonder what he got a deal.
Yeah, he got his
you know?
You know?
He got his
And
deal,
I don't discourage other people from doing what they do because, don't get me wrong, half of the music now that's out there is, you know, with the auto tunes and it's melodic.
It's a lot of
And-
big
and,
pretty boop shit.
You know, and there's a lot of stuff that, you know, people bob to. You
Yeah.
know? I like
It has its audience.
Not only, yeah, exactly. That's what I was just about to
has
say.
its audience.
Everybody has their audience.
Like, I'm an audience for all of it. But it's just that when I tell you,
Nah,
freestyle,
you're not an audience for the singing bars on Quiet Storm.
Nah, I'm telling you, trust me on that. Because you know, I like seeing Little Dirk. Every rapper has potential. It's just that when you're freestyling, it's not no time for you to be singing.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's
Let
not.
it go.
You never see Neo in the booth. That doesn't happen because Neo stays in
Nah,
his lane.
we never saw Neo in Rap City.
Neo was never on Rap City.
Neo never went to
Never
the
see Chris
basement.
Brown trying to, even though he raps,
Right. But you don't see him out there on Smack DVD.
talking about yo, I'm a freestyle.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to know what your shit fits in at.
You know, and so I just a lot of people, yo, trust me on that, man. There's been if I were to make a bloopers,
Oh, you got
Bro, oh,
you got a
man.
blooper reel on deck?
I don't. But my boy was telling me, yo, you should bring it out all in one hit. And I was like, nah.
One full bloopers
They
episode.
might try to kill me out there in the street.
Yeah, that might be tough. That might be tough.
Oh, man.
People get sensitive on you, man.
People don't like to hear the truth
artists are really
sometimes,
sensitive.
unfortunately.
I don't know.
Most people don't like
Yeah.
to
What
hear
about
the
these
truth.
artists that they think they made it already?
Oh, bro, we've.
Uh-oh. Who's that?
That's
Dun, dun, dun,
dun, dun,
dun.
dun. Special guest. I think that's the little man. Oh, a live edition.
This just in.
This just in.
As we said earlier, an original experience from a group of friends coming out of Dyckman NYC.
I think we need a button call for this one. Bang, bang.
Oh,
All right, carry on, gentlemen.
Okay.
So, Stacks, can we get a little intro for the little man? We just got here,
Coming
so
to you live, the little man, aka El Chiquito, aka Syriaco.
and Dot just got here for the exclusive behind the scenes with the unknown artist.
I like it. Thank you for having me
So
over.
what's up to a Chiquito?
What's up, unknown artists? I love the vibe. I love the flow. I like it.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay, continuando. So, as we were saying, so regarding the name of the podcast, so Next Up Podcast, I've noticed that because I watched a few of the videos, I noticed that for the most part, like sometimes you actually do talk to artists. Sometimes we just go straight into the freestyle. Why podcast? What made you go with podcast instead of like just Next Up or the Next Up show? Because I personally feel like the format is not really like podcasting. But then again, what is podcasting nowadays?
Podcasting is everything now.
I mean, but you only seeing I don't know if you're only seeing the YouTube part of it because we do it is a podcast for the simple fact that we have it on all streaming platforms like Apple Cast, so you can't see and if you like the episodes that last more than 10 minutes, I actually those are the ones that are actually on Spotify and stuff like that because you could actually listen and you get a glimpse, at least a glimpse of who the people are, you know. As far as the name with the podcast,
Yeah.
I put podcast in it because if you look up Next Up, this infinite.
Infinite
Yeah.
Next Up.
That's
You
a really
understand?
good point. Yeah.
It's infinite. So if you look up Next Up Podcast, there's only but a certain amount.
Right.
And then what I noticed was with the research, we went into deep research and all those podcasts have become obsolete because of now work tradition. You know,
No, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
People give up.
Yeah, they
give up.
fall off
You know,
and don't put in the necessary work. It's just kind of like fall off or don't stay consistent. Like, you feel me?
exactly. You see, that's another thing. Consistency. You know, if you don't have that consistent, who cares how many hours you view? Who cares how many views you have? If you keep on, eventually you're gonna have the ones you want. You know.
The show must go on.
The show must
absolutely.
go on.
show
And
must
whoever's
go
not down with it, get the fuck out of my face.
Nah, and that's true. And
I want me a bang, 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 bang.
You need one of those for your podcast. So when they go singing over there,
they start
you just
singing, bro.
you spray a whole clip on them. Like, yeah.
That's they're trying to get me killed. They
nah, so love out here.
oh
Like,
man.
come on, man.
So how long, if you had to estimate, would you say you've been doing this?
I was actually before you got here. We were talking about that. I was telling him we was kind of explaining the behind the scenes thing with since August 7th last year.
Okay.
So, you know, it's been a nice process, you know. Like, we lived and we learned. Like, you know, like I told you, the first episode looked horrible, but it was a good, you know. And little by little, we've learned, and I've learned to try to, how you say, he said, stay consistent, bro.
Yeah.
to stay
Absolutely.
consistent. Always try to put up new content. If and then I've tried to like little by little, because at first I was like, you want to rap, come to my show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tú eres un limpiabota, ven, dale.
The barber was coming in.
Okay.
Yo, I shave. You know? but eventually I started, trying to get the better rappers and the better artists, and now I'm incorporating singers,
Oh,
okay.
Whereas I go, where they're behind the scenes, I go and I talk to them, and I actually really do interview them, because
Okay.
there is no skit of showing their talent,
Right.
Like they could sing, but
They
it's
could
like,
sing a little. Yeah.
but it's not for us. It's not. That's not buying you.
Yeah.
You got to hear the song.
Yeah. Of course.
So take me back to episode 1. How about that? Take me back to episode 1. What was the vision? What was the plan? What did you have set out to do? And did you start it by yourself? Because I see that you shout out Flacco 420 a lot. Did you? Shout out Flacco 420, by the way. I feel like that's your man's, like that's the production part of the production right there.
That's my boy right now.
Let's take it back to episode 1.
I mean, episode 1. Wow, man. You know how you know why I'm laughing? Because you know how many dudes shot me down
Of course.
for episode 1?
As far as like your guests, like coming through?
Because nobody wanted to be the first one,
Claro, nobody wants to be a pioneer.
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Nobody wanted to be on the
Come
pilot
on.
episode.
Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die.
You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
And I'm over here hitting people up, boys that I know, family members, even family members are like, yeah, I'll be like on the 5th. You understand? So I'm like, oh, man, this shit is crazy. So I finally, got a Spanish kid named Flo Lion. He came through, and he actually looked out, bro. He came in. He gave me a very good interview.
Wow.
And I was and listen, I was really with the
Of course.
Okay, and that's why I'm curious, like the whole podcast situation. Like, was that part of your vision? Like, you were gonna interview the artist, right? Okay,
vision
so now the podcast makes sense, because like that was your initial
Because my
vision.
was like, let me interview, but not bore the audience. Because
Yeah.
all right, you hear 5 minutes, but you're not gonna hear 30 minutes of like just unfun
Yeah.
interview. Because if it's a fun interview, then you hear it.
That's different, of course.
You understand? Like what we're doing now, we having fun
Yeah.
at the same time. So
Yeah.
it's like you
It
can
keeps people
you can
more
get in.
engaged.
But if I'm just straight asking you, so when did you get started? Or when did, and he has to answer right back, straightforward question. It gets boring.
Yeah, it gets
So
stagnant,
I was
it
like,
does.
you know what? I'm gonna ask people 3, 4, 5 questions, and then
Bomb. You got
And
the
then let's
gist
get
of
to
it.
the bars.
Let's get to the bars.
And let's just live your talent, you know?
Exactly.
Okay.
And please don't sing.
Please don't come up here singing. Like, I don't think we have the audio engineering for that.
Yeah.
And then we had troubles with the lights. They just shut down us while we were recording. I'm like, oh man, just let it go. And then for some reason, we didn't have the headphones. So no, I had the headphone. I had one headphone working. The other one wasn't working. And Flacco 420 was in the background. He didn't have a headphone, so he didn't know if it was recording. So at the end of everything, I was mad low. You couldn't hear me.
Yeah.
You could hear me through his mic.
Okay.
So you guys started
so
out
you
with
just sound mad far.
It was just all floppy, but thank God, the actual freestyle, beautiful.
Okay.
He killed it. Then, I thank Issa Tone from J Platinum Records. He came through, did my first English one.
Oh, nice.
He ripped lifted. I was so happy when he left. I was like, yo, this guy got bars. You know what I'm saying? I was happy. And as soon as those two came out, then people started easing in.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Now people are like, oh,
Now they see the vision. They see what it is.
Oh, no,
like
now my I was talking to him. I get like 400, 500 people asking me, yo, can I go to your show?
Yeah.
Can I go to your show? Can I be in your show? Yo, check me out.
Ain't that crazy how things change?
Things change. I'm like, wow.
That's the progress you want to see. You feel me? It lets you know that your platform is reaching a big audience.
Yeah, man. When we're trying to do something. We're trying to do something because we got the Next Up Latino.
okay.
Podcast Latino. So we got for para nuestros Latinos and for the English community.
Okay.
And right now I'm getting associated with some people in Dominican Republic. Shout out Homero. You already know. Ya usted sabe, mi gente allá. We're trying to get some interviews, bro. I'm talking about some
Out
real
there?
Some big names.
real big names, man.
Nice.
Like I got my boy Homero over there and Morenaje. They're doing their thing.
He's out there shaking hands.
Making all the right connections.
Shaking hands with rubbing
So
elbows.
once I go over there, I'm from La Capital, pero, originally the Tenares.
Okay. Ooh. Shout out to the motherland.
Shout out to
always.
Serie 5-6.
Yeah, but my family's from La Mapola, Tenares.
Okay.
But
so are you going to do the episode out there?
Yeah, man, we're going
You
over
have
there.
to. What do you mean?
Some people won't. Some people will do that shit through Skype.
Yeah, but I'd rather be there.
Yeah, of course.
I
It's
need
a
to,
different feel.
I need to have my character there. The unknown artist has to be there. El artista desconocido allá me conocen. Y a la gente que the people that I'm gonna interview over there, they actually, they're pretty up there. I'm not gonna say no names.
Nah, you can't.
Right,
You
right.
can't.
Ain't
You can't.
nothing,
Stay tuned.
ain't
You
nothing,
can't-
sorry.
And you don't
Watch
want to
the
like
Next
burn.
Up podcast. You heard?
Always,
Of
and
course.
I'm gonna give my shout out to my Dyckman podcast people. We might we might end up over there all together, bro. And
Oh, that'd be nice.
ain't no thing but a movement,
Nah, you
like
gotta
that.
go out there and make that relationship and stuff like that, and then you'll be able to come back and they'll come on the show over here.
Yeah, man.
And that opens a great opportunity for your platform because out there, they have the medias out there. They have your Alofoque radio show, Luis Nicole Porang and all of that. But here, like as far as the neighborhood and stuff like that, we don't really have platforms like that. So it'll be dope if we'll be the one to actually be that platform for the
fill
neighborhood.
That'd be
Void.
dope. That's what I was telling you, that I like the innovation, man. The Dyckman podcast. See, it's named Dyckman Podcast. So it's the innovation of the Dyckman community. But don't think it sticks just Dyckman.
No,
No,
You
it
understand?
doesn't,
It's
bro.
just that
This is
you're trying
just
to
ground
represent
zero.
culture.
Yo, shout outs to
Exactly.
Miami. We got a big following in
Look at that's what I'm
Miami.
talking about.
Shout outs to PA, Lawrence,
And the actual
some people
motherland.
up there in Canada.
talking about,
Yeah, definitely the motherland.
La motherland, República Dominicana nos apoya mucho.
Yeah,
Shout out
absolutely.
República Dominicana.
Yeah, we got
Shout out
that
to
episode
República
dropping in
Dominicana.
Spanish real soon, man. Stay tuned for that.
El género.
Called El Género.
Dominicana, man. Yeah, man. That's a beautiful thing, bro. That's a beautiful thing.
So let me ask you one more question about like yourself and the evolution of the podcast. Like, and this is something I like to ask a lot of different people. Like, if you could go back to change anything, what would you change? If you could give yourself some advice when you were starting the podcast, what would it be?
If I could give myself some advice, oh man. Actually, if I could give myself some advice, a lot of the people I bring out wouldn't know.
So like vetting the guests a little bit more.
No names.
Right.
No names. I'm gonna get killed.
Y'all
out
all
here.
dope. Y'all all
They might
dope.
be waiting for me outside the studio right now when I leave here.
Like,
Nah, they were all dope. What you talking about? They were all dope. What you talking
Just
about?
know if your shit's not up, then
No,
you
but
Not
probably
gonna be next up.
that shit. You're not gonna be next up. You're not even third in line, man. Go back to the back of the line somewhere.
Next back.
Okay.
No, but one thing I would have been more on the scene, as far as a lot less in the studio and more on the scene.
Meaning like a traveling podcast, like you go to the people.
Because I usually go behind the scenes, behind the videos. As you seen right before the thing, had Católico La Para call me. He has a video tomorrow. He wants me to be there. Like, is if I would have gotten myself more out there, the podcast would have been even more successful.
Because there would have been more connections.
There'd have been more connection. Everybody would have connected the unknown artist to the podcast. But at the same time, remember that I told you I kind of like that I didn't do that because it gives more shout out to the artists.
It shed more light on their talent. Okay.
Definitely.
Now,
The unknown artist doesn't even want to lie on his name. He don't. He's
Nah,
just,
that's
I'm
fine.
the
Unknown
unknown.
artist. Now,
This
unknown
is for
artist.
the artist. No, he's for the artist all the way.
and maybe I'm late and I didn't catch it, but are you an actual artist, or do you do music?
Oh no, I don't rap. I don't sing.
Because
I
you're
don't-
an artist nonetheless. Because some people are under the impression that to be an artist you have to like rap or sing or whatever. No, this is art within itself. So okay,
True. Shout out. You should give him a vote for saying that. That's the unknown artist though right now.
that's how El Chiquito rose, bro.
Unknown
I'm
artist
coming out of here like
deserves his
that
flowers,
with the
too.
helium head. It's just this is just a character, bro. This is just a character to keep the movement going for the little guy.
Yeah.
The little guy, the guy that really doesn't have that money for the studio time, or the guy that's put up all that money in the studio time and still hasn't gotten the break. You know,
That's fire.
it's just this. If you look at the music and you see like behind the music, you see that there's different levels of struggling in this industry.
Absolutely.
You could be the dude with all the bread in the world and they blackballed you.
So you're just there.
So you just wasted money. Mad videos, mad cars, mad everybody. But once the videos is over, nobody's watching a goddamn thing of yours.
Yep.
Nobody's playing
They
your
didn't
music
blow-
while they're
Playing
taking a
music.
shower. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you could be that guy that has the ultimate talent, don't got $1.
Yeah, you don't got advertising dollars and can't put your music out there. So
So
you
I'm
struggling.
like, come to my show, bro.
Yeah.
Come to my show. And trust me, you give me that chance to come to my show, and I will always support your music. Notice how all the alumni that been in Next Up Podcast, I make sure I repost them. I repost their stuff. I'm not doing like them big artists do, that they take these artists' money and I'll do a feature with you. But as soon as the feature is over, bro,
Don't
I'm
talk
not
to me ever
reposting
again.
a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
That was not in the contract. If you want me to do the video of that song with you, I might go, but I'm charging you another fee.
Yep.
You understand? So it's messed up, bro. How the big artist stomps the little artist out.
Yeah.
And then you got these artists that they're not even popping and they're fucking running around making mad songs with people, just charging them, just let me get 3 racks, don't worry about it. Shit, you do 10 songs like that, that's 30
It's a
racks.
business. Tú no tienes que pegar ni un tema.
No,
You do like, that's $30K right there and a couple of features.
Claro.
Y cuidado, because, $3,000, that's a cheap feature. If you're like a known artist, like, if you're, let's say, for the sake of the conversation, un tali.
Behind the music, he knows what he's talking about.
Of course, bro.
He knows what he's talking about.
Yo
Yes.
estudio el género.
The little man is very involved in the urban music scene.
Yeah,
nowadays.
entonces, I give props when props is due. Right now, el género urbano latino is doing very good, especially all the people from the motherland.
Absolutely.
You over there, you
got a
you
spotlight
throw,
on us,
you
man.
you throw a little hit and you go viral.
Yeah, we got a big spotlight. Anything coming out of there will get looked at.
You know, and that's a beautiful thing, bro, because for a while the Colombians and the Puerto Ricans were controlling everything.
Yeah, they had the music
absolutely.
on Smash.
You know, shout out to the Hondurans, the Dominicans, and all those trying to come up, bro.
Yeah.
Trying to come up in this because it's an abundance. You want to say,
Yeah.
Let me
Yo,
ask you,
if
what
you're
you
trying to
think-
come up, you better hit Next Up.
Yeah. Dyckman Podcast, you know what's
Word,
up.
man.
That's right.
Ooh,
You gotta
that's
hit
right.
that and bang for that, baby.
Let's go. I mean,
Nah,
that's,
but you need
that's
to prove yourself in Next Up before you come to the Dyckman Podcast.
Don't go
Because if your
singing.
shit doesn't get uploaded, guess what?
might get-
You're not Next
You
Up.
might get clapped out over here.
Because we're going to spray a whole clip on you when you come.
These guys don't play
Side
over
note, we
here.
support all local talents.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer, we support all local talent and we love you. Shout out to
That's dope, bro, man. I think there's not a lot of people out there that are more dedicated towards pushing the culture forward. I think it's a lot of people that are kind of just out for themselves. And not that has to necessarily be a bad thing. Everybody has to do their own thing, but I think it's admirable that you're more focused on trying to give some exposure to talent, regardless of, like you say, you don't look at the followers. I'm not just putting you up because you have 200,000 followers. It's about talent. No matter where it comes from or how it gets to you, it seems like talent is the most important thing. So shout out to you, especially taking on that persona to really, really give the shine to the artist.
Bro. I really appreciate it. It's a movement, man. We just gotta maintain, man. Try to, bring. Shout out to Dyckman, man, because we need somebody to come up from Dyckman, man.
Yeah.
Yo, we were just talking about that.
We
like,
have a few local
somebody
artists.
from here, like who from here?
I'll be honest with you. I got like 3-4 dudes that they might, you know what I'm saying? Like
They might have a
you got
sauce.
you got Horneo in Spanish from here, You got what's this kid
Now I think I saw his freestyle.
you got
If that's who I think it is, yo, el chamaquito, he's nice.
Yeah, you
Nice.
got
He
Horneo,
nigga
you know what
bars.
I'm saying? You got dudes that's veterans in the game too. You're like Flint Hustle. You got Jay Luciano, he's young kid, one of the young wolves. You got Nava Vese. You got Ice. There's a couple of dudes, but it's just the work, bro.
Yeah. It's not there yet, but it's cooking.
You think it's harder for the Latino in English?
Is that we don't really have a success lane as of yet, and I feel like that's the particular problem. Who in the I'm gonna say like just like the whole Spanish rap has been successful.
Dominican specifically, you mean, from here?
Yes.
Or just period
here?
from here?
Well, let's generalize it. Like just in general, I'm talking about though
That it's been
rap.
like rap.
Rap.
Is it?
I mean, not rap, but trap, maybe.
Are you talking?
So give me a trap one. Give me
In Spanish.
Give
From
me
Dyckman?
yeah.
Nah, not from
no,
Dyckman.
No, not from Dyckman,
Give
just
me
a
any
Spanish.
trap artist. Spanish trap artist. Give me
Dale go, yeah.
give me your biggest trap artist.
I mean, that's made it here on the.
That's made it anywhere in
because
Spanish.
right now, Rochi got it, bro.
Nah, but
Rochi
he's
is
not.
successful, bro. Right now, he's very successful right now.
Rochi's successful, pero
Like, I
I
know
wouldn't
people
compare it
behind-
to a success of Daddy Yankee.
Oh, you talking
but
about
You
that's
got
Yankee, Bad
you get
Bunny
what I'm
level.
trying to get. What I'm getting at
Yeah,
here.
but he's getting
Somebody.
there.
That
I
takes
mean-
time.
I mean, bro, like it's gonna take him a good amount of time. Not to shit on him as an artist. It's more like
you understand.
I do understand, bro. The point that I'm trying to make is that as far as the culture,
Like a culture shock.
as
I mean,
far
look at-
as
look
the
at-
adding to the
artist,
culture.
Look at Alpha. Well, you leave it Alpha. He's not trap, but
Yeah, and Life is a good example,
El
but
Alfa
he's
did
more.
it. He made it, bro.
He's on a dembow lane though, bro. Like he's not like on a
He's
trap
not like
lane.
hardcore
Yeah, he's not
rapping.
a hardcore
Nah, I would-
rapper. Like I
would
wouldn't
still
put him
say-
in that
I would
lane.
I would still say Rochi. And if you think about it, the timeline, the reason is like, ¿cuántos años tiene Daddy Yankee en el
Look,
género?
bro,
Como
I
30
feel you
años.
when you say Rochi, but I personally, once again, not to shit on the guy, I feel like Rochi has
Rochi, no vende lo más
a lot to go, bro. Like he's
Claro,
not
but-
even international,
but
so
that's the
therefore
thing.
his success has been
But that's
very
what I'm trying to-
limited.
That's what we're trying to
That's
explain
what
to
I'm
you.
trying to explain
Because,
to you. He's international right
but
now,
like,
bro.
and also, what you gotta understand that
I'm viral, bro.
the Dominican
Gentlemen,
genre.
I understand what your
Can
guys
I
are
have the
trying to
floor?
point.
Can I have the floor? Before we were talking about earlier that before, shout out to the Dominicans that we're doing our thing, that before was Colombians and Boricuas. But Colombians and Boricuas have a platform way before us, like 20-year plus ahead of us. So they have that. So in the timeline, Rochi's actually doing pretty well, being that our genre is fairly young. Tú no puedes comparar
Yes, he
ese
is.
género
He's doing great.
con un boricua. When Daddy Yankee tiene desde los 90 cantando.
Bro,
Paving
he's
that
doing
lane.
great. My whole argument
You know?
is that the genre doesn't have an artist that has seen that type of success.
Yet.
Yes, that's true.
Yet.
Yet.
But
Yet.
the key word
Yet.
is yet. And the
Yet.
argument is like somebody
And
like
he's
Roche
there.
is
That
on
kid
his
is
way.
there. Once he
It's
once
on
he
his
Maybe
way.
he can be the first
once
one.
he gets
On his
implanted
way.
over here, he's coming over here hard by.
Porque él no tiene
Once he
visa.
gets
He can't even travel
Once he
over
gets
here yet.
implanted over here, it's over.
But that's
bro.
why I'm saying, like, he has a lot to go.
Yeah.
He has
So
a long way to go.
yet.
Look, you got these artists that like La Rosmarie, La Rosmaria. She's
I know who you're
you
talking
see
about,
the way
Rosmaria.
Tokisha is dirty.
Uh-huh.
She's the whole complete opposite, right?
A clean, super clean version.
She's so clean that she's the songs they play in the kiddies parties.
Okay.
You
Got
understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
And she
That's where the bag is at.
okay,
Of
so
course.
go see her success. She sells more than El Alfa.
Wow, really?
Wow, my
Nah,
dude.
yeah, she's an international
Yo,
artist,
bro,
so she's a
she's
fairly new artist.
international.
She got tracks with
international.
Bad Bunny
They
and all
actually
the works.
They actually picked her to rap a song on a cartoon.
What?
In Spain? Like you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Wow,
Because
that's big
the
time.
chick, because of that balance, you heard?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was having a big argument with a little debate with my cousin, and he was like, "Yo, Tokisha," and I was like, "I think Rosemarie's gonna make it bigger."
No, absolutely.
And he was like, "Nah, you crazy? People like the perreo, the
Mm-hmm.
ratata." And I was like, "Yeah, but the ratata can't show up on the news."
Right. You have more avenues the other way, unfortunately. It just is what it is.
Since we're dropping names, I'm gonna say it on record. I feel like Tokisha was a one-hit wonder, and not even. She was more like a coro one-hit wonder.
Tokisha no vende
Because
más
even
que
that
tu
song
hombre.
is trash too.
Ay.
Hold up, man. Hold up.
Ay.
Tokisha's low for you,
Ay,
man. That song, get the fuck out of here with that shit, B.
Shit, esta gente van a hacer que me maten esta gente.
I might have to disagree on that, but I might have to disagree on that because since that song dropped, her number everywhere has doubled. So because you don't listen to that girl doesn't mean that the rest of the
I
world
mean, hey,
doesn't.
like we said earlier, everybody has their audience.
You know?
All you have to do is find your niche, and your people will support you.
And shout out to Keisha because she's daring and I'll promise you she'll probably bring the first Grammy to the urban género over there in DR.
Oh,
Mark my
well,
word.
you heard it.
Oh.
You heard it
Mark
here
my
first.
word.
I think- and
We'll
I'll-
play this back.
I'll be honest, I think Rosmaria is gonna get that first.
She's Dominican,
Way
right?
First, she's Dominican.
Oh, no, I take that back.
Oh,
I thought my bad. You know what? Mala mía. Yo pensaba que ella era colombiana o algo así.
See what I mean?
no, tú
She
ves.
hasta confunde.
Tú ves, no, porque es verdad, el género de allá doesn't do that type of music. That's more of an international sound. Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
and what I see with that is that la plebería se busca.
Absolutely. And by the way, Tokicha is a trap artist. Ese dembow que ella soltó fue para pegarse y vaina. So she's
Tokisha
actually a
got the
trap
same-
artist.
I understand what he's saying. That Tokisha got. You can't hear 3 Tokisha songs in a row.
nah.
They get,
Bro,
it
I
get-
could
me,
barely
at least.
hear that one song. Like I hear the chorus, That's the only part that I'm like, you know But then I hear the bars, I'm like, nah.
Then you hear the bars.
Nah, I need to hear this like on a remix where this is like the ad lib for the song. That shit would slap. You feel me? But hey,
freestyle over that would slap.
Yes.
That's true.
So what do you think with all this where you think rap is going now? Like I'm seeing. Notice how the melodic is dying down now.
A little bit,
The drill came up, but then it just lasted a year and a half. Yeah, the drill's getting in Spanish. It sounds cool, but it's dying out too. And now you got these guys like Benny the Butcher coming in, Griselda.
yeah.
Like they survived.
Yeah.
I feel like Griselda was what the game was missing. It's people that constantly put in that work, and eventually the wave came to them.
But again, that could just be to us, and that's the thing about music, that is so many different ears that this falls on. That if it could be the worst thing in the world to us, but to a different set of ears that relates to it a little bit better, they're like, oh, this shit is fire. And that's why I think, like the unknown artist was saying earlier, that everybody's trying to carve out their little piece of the game. And I think there's enough for everybody to carve out a little piece, because all of that kind of shit ain't for me. You know what I mean? Like the newer shit with all of this melodic shit, I don't really like it. You know, I'm a bars original type of, you know, like my boys always cutting my ass because you get in my car and it's 2001. It's like,
it's the hunger for more. Get rich or die trying.
All of that old rap shit. You know, Reasonable Doubt, all the old shit. But the people that I don't really fuck with the rappers now, but they've found their audience and the young people support them and they're making that bread. That's what I'm saying. Like, all you really need to do is find those ears that fuck with your sound and then target your audience. That's it.
Bro, there's an audience for everything. That's why when somebody's telling me like an artist is hot or not, if I don't know who the artist is and you play one of their music, I would even judge you on talent. What I do, I go on Spotify and check out your numbers. I want to see where your monthly listeners are at. You feel me? And your YouTube too. Not so much your YouTube, because YouTube is free, so you're gonna get subscribers and stuff like that. But it's hard to get somebody to listen to you monthly when they're paying $10 a month. You feel me? Yeah. So if I don't know who you are and I don't listen to your music, but I go on Spotify and you got the numbers, I'm like, I got an eye on you now. I'm like, you must be doing something right.
Yeah.
And you definitely got an audience, clearly.
So, but then what happens? So we were discussing earlier that, like, yeah, you know, like you said, that is an indication of stuff. But then you also have those people that just haven't had the right backing and the bread behind them, that have the talent that won't have the numbers. So, you know, I think you need a balance of both, which is like looking at the numbers to fish out something you might want to listen to, but also giving a chance to the little guy like the unknown artist does on the Next Up podcast.
No, absolutely.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
Because we got to find the people to fill in the spots after the rest of everybody moves on.
Man,
you feel me?
Sorry to cut you off, man. Another big point that I wanted to put across, man, for the audience out there of Dyckman Podcast, and those of you from Next Up Podcast that will be watching this episode, what happens, man? What happens to the old rappers, man? I seen all these old rappers, man, with no money, and it's sad. Legends, bro. Yeah. Legends. And I'm like, damn, bro. I just seen Jay-Z just like come out in a video with a fucking ring the size of this fucking mic.
The size of your fist.
That's beast.
You seen that shit on the Sorry No Sorry, right?
No, I haven't seen it, but I can only imagine.
As soon as he starts rapping, well, it's like that big, bro.
Damn, for real?
A gem.
What a beast.
But what I'm trying to say is, wasting all that money on jewelry and all this stuff, and you got tons of money, over tons of money, and why these fucking old school legends broke, bro?
I mean, I think it's the same thing that happens to like the athletes. You know, it's people, because if you look at it from an entirety, most of the people who make it up through music and through sports happen to be minorities. minorities typically, for the most part, grow up in, less fortunate neighborhoods. So you also don't get taught things like money management, how to work on your credit, how to save, why to save, what retirement is, all of that shit. So I think like there's some people who come into a lot of money and have never had money in their lives, never been taught how to manage that money, that don't see an end to it, and they're just blowing through it. And eventually, you don't got shit because you're taking care of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
It's happened to a ton
taking
of
care of the hood.
athletes. You're taking care of the hood just because this lady bought you a sandwich one day when you were 7. You paying her rent. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also I think a lot of people get caught up in that lifestyle and tend to put a lot of people around themselves who don't have their best interests at heart, who are kind of just there for the ride and are like, oh, yeah, you buying the bottles? Tato, I'm here for
Dale
it.
pa allá.
Dale pa allá.
And
Los
also,
Lambones.
Exactly.
and also, like, what you got to look back to is a contract that a lot of these old rappers had. They came from an era where getting signed was everything.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't even see the thing. And a lot of these people don't even own their masters, don't even know their music. And their music is being played everywhere,
here's
but
my
their contract
thing.
is up.
But that's not my point. Is fuck the contract they wrote. Fuck what I'm talking about.
Actual takeaway home
why
money.
isn't there like a rappers coalition?
Oh, union? A rapper union?
Claro.
Where they take care of the legends, like the legends.
I
get
think
like
that's what Rock Nation is trying to do.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Because it's good you mentioned the athletes, because even the athletic department, as far as the NFL, they just made a players union collision, whereas whereas dude, you could be 25 and they'll break your leg in the NFL.
You're finished.
And you finish. So what you telling me that after you dedicated your whole life to the NFL, now you just get no money?
They like, fuck them.
You supposed to be an accountant somewhere?
Now, exactly. So now they take care of them. So I'm looking at it like behind the music, it should be like that. Like it shouldn't be a Grandmaster Flash starving down 40 dudes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that the music industry is different,
Yeah,
bro.
bro,
Like
and it's
the
shady,
music
bro.
industry, and it's shady as well. And I wouldn't even say artists. I feel like that just comes down to the people in general.
That industry is tough too, because then it's like, if it was from a label standpoint where it's like, if you get signed to this label, eventually we have like a little retirement plan for you. But from like a lens of the whole community, I don't think there's many people who, like, if I'm just coming up, with a union job, I'm already paying my dues from the beginning. If I'm a young rapper coming up, I'm not going to want to really pay any dues for somebody else. Realistically, that's not how most people think. They're trying to get their slice of the pie.
But that money's coming in way higher than it was coming for those legends.
Oh, yes.
But it's the times though too.
Oh, yes.
Because now those legends open the doors for these kids to do it up like that.
Yeah.
Like, you feel
So
me?
that's what I'm saying. So you don't think they should
They should work things out into those contracts.
Bro.
Just look at a nigga like AI. Allen Iverson had a shit worked out into his Reebok contract.
Of course.
That after he turns a certain age, he's going to get either 30, 50 million, some shit like that. But he got a little fucking retirement fund right there in his contract.
But there you go. It goes back to what? The contract,
Yeah.
bro. And these look at TRL. These people been getting raped for years, bro.
Yeah.
These 360 contract, bro, que tú te tira un peo and have that peo is mine, my nigga. Dame, play.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you don't own your masters, you don't own nothing. Your music is being played in fucking stores and fucking movies and shit like that. You walk into the shit and your bank account's looking ouchy.
Yeah.
But that record label is getting that residual income como si nada.
Yeah. And it's a different time now. Now people don't need the label to pop off.
Oh.
And that's why I think a lot of those OGs unfortunately had to go through the fire and get the shit end of the stick for the new generation to learn a bit better and maybe make better decisions, sign better contracts.
Not for nothing. That's why Cash Money as an entity is still around, because they were one of the first to be able to negotiate a distro deal with Universal. They were not like sign. They own their masters, everything.
Yeah.
We just need you to push your shit out there.
Right.
Until this day, they're still around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Live from the MC.
That's what I'm talking about.
The unknown artist came to interview us.
Yes. No, it's just no, it's not that. It's just interesting, you know, to hear the you know the Dyckman podcast crew what was the thoughts of you know of a lot of things that were mind-boggling me, you know.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Absolutely.
But I have 3 more questions personally. Okay, so the first one, since you're very involved with just like the whole rapping community, especially for the people from Uptown, like everybody pretty much falls under that genre. What do you think about Doba Montana?
I like the kid's style because of the fact that he's kind of a little bit different. I like different.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I don't like when people are following others. Like
Originality.
yeah, I don't like I don't like when people come to my show and sound like somebody.
Yeah.
You understand? That sound exactly like somebody. That's the worst. That's like if you
You've had that happen to you before?
Huh? I have. I can't name no names, you know.
No, yeah,
I might get killed outside. You guys trying to get me killed outside?
Never that.
Oye, fulanito, we know.
Sálvame,
He's trying to
sálvame.
have you catch us.
Tírale un bombazo, una vaina. But I think you know he's different. I like his style, but you know, as far as that status that you, I'm not. I think he has his cover. He needs to like change a little bit with the wave of how you say this. How can I explain this? Like you're good when you came out, but you got to reinvent yourself. You're gonna have to reinvent yourself
Once you're mainstream.
Well, you're gonna have to reinvent yourself. So start thinking about how you're gonna reinvent yourself when nobody wants to hear you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I think about the kid. You know, I think he's a talent. I think he has, you know, a couple of people behind him that's working him. But I just want him to for next year, reinvent yourself.
To be able
Because
to take it to the next
that
level.
same song is not gonna take you everywhere.
Of course.
Even though they say, remember this, behind the music, one good song is worth 1,000 tours.
That's the first time.
It's bars though.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's true.
So it's like, you know, I feel the kid he got it.
Yeah.
He got it. He got the look. He got the rap, but he's gonna have to reinvent himself. That's my answer. He's gonna have to reinvent himself.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you say that about the coro, the 7-3 coro? Because I personally feel like they should have had even more success than what they had already. But I feel that they not changing their sound has limited them.
I don't think so. What I think is there's too many chiefs in one, and not enough Indians, bro. You understand? Those are, you know, sometimes everybody got to take a role
Yeah.
and say, all right, I'm going to be the guy that's going to do this. I'm going to be the other guy. He's going to be the star. When you got a team and you can't point out the star, like and you ask everybody in the team, even though they all do the same thing, and nobody in the team, not 10 people in the team can tell you he's the star. He's the guy we're pushing because he's the guy that's going to make it. He's the guy that's going to pull us.
Mm-hmm.
When that doesn't happen, then you got too many chiefs, bro, and everybody want to be throwing smoke signs, kid.
Yeah.
It's true.
Eventually, your audience, you're gonna dilute it.
In every camp, somebody always goes first.
How about
And gets
how
the
about
bus, and
we're
then
all
everybody else
artists
go.
here, right? But we're pushing stacks. So whenever you on your gram, and somebody be like, you be like, yo, shout out to Stacks. You heard his new shit?
Mm-hmm.
He says, shout out to Stacks. You heard his new shit. So eventually everybody's gonna gear towards that. Stacks makes it. Stacks comes and pulls all of us. Now we all got features with Stacks.
Right. Then
And we're
come
a
the
team.
solo projects and shit.
Come on.
Well, that's the vision. That's part of the vision.
So I kind of feel like there's just too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
They have it.
So
in their-
that's the
Since
problem.
they're
So
like-
it's not the sound.
so like you feel like. Go ahead.
No, my fault.
Nah, so like the in a Spanish ASAP world, right? So Siete Tres haven't point out the Rocky. Like
Need to know who's the rocket, who's the man, who's the you know
Who's Ferg? Who's Yams?
who's gonna be that guy that's gonna take the award at the Grammys.
Who's gonna be the face?
I don't think it's the sound, bro, because shit, we could hear some shit with an old school beat that we like, or some shit with some new beat, or drill, Spanish drill. They do a lot of Spanish drills right now.
Yeah.
And you know, it could be that one nice sound that you want
Yeah.
to hear, but it's just until everybody pushes towards that one dude getting up there.
Right. Because everybody reaching for that same piece of pie sometimes makes it tough. Okay.
All right. So two more. What does the future hold for the unknown artist? And the next
conmigo hoy.
podcast.
Coño.
te quiero conmigo hoy.
Te quiero beber un cafecito hoy.
Oh, con leche.
Live from the MC.
Actually gonna be more on the scenes, you know. You're actually gonna see the unknown artists doing more behind the scenes with the videos coming out in certain public places.
Oh,
we're
guest appearances
Yeah,
at fucking La Marina by the unknown.
Facts, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show up in Johnny's eating
I
pizza, you know
like
what I'm
that
saying?
shit.
I don't know how I'm gonna eat through the mask. But,
You're
know.
gonna have to cut it.
But yeah, I'm trying to make more appearances, you know, get the unknown artists known out there. We're trying to do some collabs, you know, with a couple of people out there. Trying to see, we see Spider Cuz, Crown Faces, a couple of dudes, you know.
Spider Cuz, come through the fucking Dyckman
don't-
podcast
yeah,
and
come
the
through,
Next Up
Spider
podcast.
Cuz. You got to come through Dyckman podcast. You can't be in Dyckman and not come through Dyckman podcast. I don't get it.
Come on.
Come on, man. Batman ain't over here. You heard? Fuck Batman.
We don't got Batman over here. Come
man.
through.
Nah, but yeah, and you know, we got the behind the scenes, and then we got the in the studio series. We just incorporated with the new in your booth series, whereas the artists could send us a freestyle
Okay.
from their
From
booth,
home.
from home.
Oh, that's dope.
If you're an artist and you wanna submit, you just send your freestyle, send a 1 minute freestyle, 1 minute and better freestyle to calculatedimage1 at gmail.com. That's calculatedimage1 at gmail.com. And we'll get you up there, man. The series, you know.
Don't be shy. Get the talent out there, man.
And you know, and if you want to come to the show, you know, you just submit, or come through the Dyckman podcast, and you know, if they affiliate you, you know, you down with us.
There you go.
You gotta get your stripes first.
Come on, you gotta get some stripes.
real quick.
You gotta get a hood pass first.
We don't
Stop
make a
playing
patch,
with
you
me.
heard? Let's make a patch, yo.
You come to the Diamond Podcast with that snooze, you're gonna get a full clip. You heard?
We're gonna have the Dyckman podcast patch. You
You
heard?
have to get him a DP patch.
If you don't got
That's
the
gonna be the price
badge,
of admission.
if you don't got the badge, you ain't coming through Dyckman.
It's clipped.
Full disclosure, we support
like it,
all
I
local
like it.
talents. Full disclosure, we support all local talents.
I know. All right. So my last final question is that, and this is something I like to ask every artist that comes in to our Behind the Music. If tomorrow it is all over, how would you like to be remembered?
Diablo, tigre,
If
conmigo.
tomorrow was all over, how I like to be remembered, I like to be remembered somebody that actually took the time to help out the music, the small guy, the guys coming up. You know, somebody that took their time, you know, and was trying to make a difference, you know, like a big difference, not a small difference. I'm talking about innovative, whereas 10 years from now, people will really listen to the little guy, you know, the guy with the talent. Let's listen to talent, you know. Shout out to talent, man. You know, and I like to be remembered as, you know, as an innovator, man. Like somebody that really wasn't trying to use it or abuse it. I just try to help. You know, that's
push
how
the culture along.
Damn, hold up.
Like that. Coño,
So gentlemen, Chiquito, Stacks the Plug. Do you guys have any other questions? That was my personal last question.
No, I don't think I have any
Ah,
more questions.
everything's
Shit, after
pretty
those
straightforward.
questions, man, it's just professional right there. I like those.
Man, you know, we getting there. We growing,
Don't,
you know?
don't be surprised, man. I steal some of them shit.
Go ahead.
Hey, man, go for it, man. Go for it.
Like you said, we want to see everybody's success just as much as we want to see our own. You know, we're trying to carve out our piece of the pie. That don't mean how we're trying to snatch the pie out of anybody else's.
No.
We're just trying to grab our pie.
Yeah, no.
We just want our slice. We good, you know?
Enough respect to Dyckman Podcast, man, for having me, man. And from now on, you know, now that we a little bit more intertwined with each other, we're gonna collaborate a little bit more, and you know, we're gonna bring it all up to the stars, man. The moon, we're going to the moon, man.
Hell yeah, bro! Thank you for being here. Bro.
Make sure you follow Next Up Podcast. Follow them on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok,
subscribe.
Twitch.
TikTok, Twitter,
They
we're
tiene
on
de
Snapchat.
todo. Follow
It's all-
for
it's all
UPS,
Next
on
Up
FedEx, on the post office.
Boom.
So follow them.
And remember, don't forget, man, you can send in your freestyle, man.
Right.
Calculated image 1 at
Don't be
gmail.com. Don't be
Word.
scared.
Stop,
Ya han ido dos o
stop
tres.
playing that freestyle that you telling everybody that the world's not ready to pull out.
Put it out.
Put it out, man. That
Put
shit ain't
it
doing
out.
shit on your hard drive.
Yes,
Like, no,
that's right.
fam, no, I ain't.
That's
People
right,
ain't
that's
ready
right.
for this one right
Just
here.
don't submit any singing.
Just don't, and then, you know, don't make an ass out
We
of
need
yourself.
bars.
Don't make an ass out of yourself. Shout out to Calculated Image. Shout out to Vid1. Shout out to Next Up Podcast, Dyckman Podcast. Shout out to the crew of Dyckman Podcast. Shout out to Dyckman in general.
Shout out to
Heard?
Dyckman.
Shout out to Flaco 420, que está en todo.
Shout out to Flaco 420.
Que está en toda y
Shout out to
misa.
Only the Wolves, man. And let's just get it, man.
Live from the MC.
Today as a special
Oh, absolutely,
guest.
absolutely. Shout out Syriaco and Co Records, baby. You already know.
Syriaco. Follow Walking Buddy too, you heard?
You heard?
Live from the MC.